Baked potatoes are fucking Jesus, basically. You know that?
No,
What?
get out of my house.
No,
And I'm gonna take the
legitimately.
potato with me.
No, really quick. What do you think if Jesus was any kind of fruit in the world? What fruit, or not fruit? What food would he be? Yikes!
He'd be the biggest fruit, Diaz.
Oh my God. Anyways, people, sorry we believe in Jesus, or sorry, I don't know, just sorry to Jesus
Fruit.
in general.
We believe in fruit.
Yeah. Good God. Anyways, JD Panda, what's I like that fucking emoticon? Just like what? But yeah, no, baked potatoes are Jesus, basically. Yeah, thank you. No, I actually still mean that. I know you're making fun of me and everything, but no, Jesus is basically potatoes. Lots of protein,
Give
comes
off
out of
me
the
your
ground.
starch. Remember that Bible.
Exactly. So you guys get the best information from this fucking show. But what is up, people? Double Toast pre-show. I apologize if you guys were expecting quality. We talk about people, fucking spiritual people as food, but it's all good. I like that stuff. I want to say really quick, thank you to everyone who watched the race I hang out last night. It was one of those awkward fucking things where I was like, okay, I'm by myself and talking about wrestling. There's no guy next to me saying, hey, I would fuck that diva, or whatever the fuck's going on, or showing me the bright ass phone I can't even see his face on. So, he wasn't there. That was Hovig that I'm referring to. But I was by myself, and you guys still came out, and I'm going to be doing that again tonight. I'm going to be reviewing Impact Wrestling in about an hour, so come back for that shit. But yeah, just really, really appreciate that. But before we continue on talking about me, like we usually fucking do, Ganja, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. About to enjoy a good home cooked meal. But besides that, just enjoying my life. How about you?
Snap. I'm doing pretty good myself, I'm getting cooked meals as well. They are ramen, and that's it. I just eat ramen literally all fucking day because I have no taste, apparently. But Roxy, how are you doing? Good, sir.
I think you smell like barbecue, Nick. And potatoes. Because I'm cooking.
Well, goddamn. The thing is, though, barbecue, I'm trying to think, have I ever had barbecue potatoes? I don't think I have.
No, we're doing like regular baked potatoes. And then I'm doing like vegetables and like a salad on the side. But we're making like barbecue pulled pork, if you've had that.
Oh, really? Okay, no, I haven't. At all.
It's like meat. It's soft. And barbecue-y.
The thing is, you had to say that the soft part, so thank you for that. But the beginning of that, it's just it's like meat. It's like, no, I never had meat, ever in my entire life. I've had the little slices of turkey breast, or whatever, from Deli Fresh, and I've had ham off the bone a couple of times, and I fucking almost cried. My eyes were all watery and shit, and it was a whole thing. But I fucking hate meat. It's disgusting. And then the animals are like, no, you're just eating things that were alive. It's pretty fucked up. You know what I mean? But
It's delicious.
do you think anybody died for my noodles?
Yeah, someone probably worked slave labor to get those noodles and probably didn't get paid what they should have got paid.
But
yeah.
the thing I'm eating in my mouth, though, that never had a brain or memories or dreams or aspirations, right?
Probably.
I mean, maybe.
Well, god damn it. This is awful. But really quick, though, Jed, I'm going to ask you, how are you doing, by the way? What are you up to? Oh, really? Well, shit.
Gang, gang, Jack.
You know what's funny is Jed actually dodged a fucking bullet because she was working literally all day until I think an hour ago. And the thing is I was watching something the entire time on a separate screen while talking to her. And the big thing I was watching was Batman: Soul of the Dragon. That's gonna be the review tonight. Is Soul of the Dragon. It's gonna be lots of quietness in here while I'm just talking all by myself about this fucking movie. But I can't really force anybody in this call to watch Batman, especially an animated Batman, because we're all sick of it. You know what I mean? So hopefully I don't talk too much shit that you guys are gonna get mad in the chat saying hey man, it's my comic book shit. What the fuck? If Alan was here, he'd be completely upset.
I've actually been watching Batman all day while doing my work.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's been having a bath on.
Well,
I found out that through Garrett's cable thing, we have HBO Max and Peacock included. Mm-hmm. So I found out that they have the animated series on HBO Max.
I like how you said Peacock. I don't know, just
Peacock.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's one of the words I can't pronounce right. Caulk. I think it's pronounced chalk.
No, it's cock.
It's cock, but you gotta
Cock.
Yeah, it's choke on it. I got you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you gotta act I don't know. I was gonna I don't know any porn stars, so there you go. But Ryan Peacock, Peacock. In the chat though, Bad Boy saying pulled pork is too mushy for me. I love chicken, love fish, love pork. But not that mushy stuff. I get you, dude. That's why I don't want to have mashed potatoes. People are like, you like potatoes, so you'll definitely fucking burr. And it's like, dude, no burr. I don't want to burr at all.
Okay, Bert.
But yeah, dude, mashed potatoes, lots of consistencies. I don't like when people overcook rice. You know when that shit gets all mushy? Like every time I went to like a restaurant where like the rice is expensive, it's always like that really mushy fucking like softness. I need my shit al dente, dude. Did I say that right?
I
No,
don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Like
it's
El
not even
Dente, is
supposed to
that
be there today.
No, wait, al dente. I could have sworn. I think I fucking said that right. Chat. I'm gonna ask you, Chat.
Dente.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of Clerks.
El Dante?
I'm not supposed to be here today.
Al dente. No, I ate this very L Randall. Uh, fucking yeah, dude. No, I love like hard rice. It's come on, no.
You like real hard, thick rice there, boy?
Yeah. You know, it's way worse when Alan does it though, because Alan says it's so dry, and then it just sounds like he's literally talking about sex. Me, it's like you can kind of decipher that I'm not being a pervert.
Fever.
Fucking Cedric is El Dante Devil May Cry's main character in Spanish in Espanol. Fucking, I wouldn't mind watching that. You know, the Spanish voice actors doing Devil May Cry. M. Dumma says, I picture Nick as being pretty skinny. Oh no, fuck no, you are wrong as fuck, sir.
No, he's actually like a twig, bro.
No, I'm a big fucking boy, and I don't know how I'm that big because I do shit, but like I'm a big fucking thick motherfucker.
I like a big. I like donkey.
He's a thicky boy.
Yeah, like, dude, like, I wish I could find a way to, like, convert, like, yo mama jokes to just, I'm a fat fuck joke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and make that not sound sad. But it's all good. Daniel Ramsey saying, oh, shit, am I in the right place? Yes, you are, good sir. You are over here. We're doing the pre-show for Double Toasted. They're going to be starting in pretty much, I would say, like, 5 minutes. They're just doing a couple of prep work for the review tonight. The review is of Titanic. I forgot the fucking, it's like, the journey lives on or some crazy shit. But it's the animated Titanic.
Oh, yeah, that animated bullshit?
Yeah, the one with the rapping dog.
Hey.
Yeah. So it's called The Legend Lives On, by the way. You know, I wanted to correct myself on that. But do you guys remember this at all? Because the only time I've ever seen this was when Nostalgia Critic did a review of it.
That's the only time I ever watched this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this shit, dude. This is so. And by the way, like, do they really think kids give a fuck enough about Titanic that they're like, we gotta make an anime movie?
Why's that octopus have a dog face?
Yeah, it has a dog nose.
It's never explained.
Yeah, that's fucking. I like the thing over here. The Citizen Kane of awful. Can we please stop, crediting Citizen Kane for everything, whether it's good or bad? Just like, oh, it's the Citizen Kane of this. It's like what? It's the boring, over fucking exaggeration of something of this. Like, I don't know, man. I'm sick of Citizen Kane. Anyone who tells me, oh, that's my favorite movie, it's like, yeah, I've been to film school before too, dude. All right, congratulations. But anyways, YouTube man saying damn thick. We thick boys in here. The thing is, guys, is I'm going to be talking so much because of the review and everything, so I'm going to actually give a chance for Ganja and Roxy to talk about something in Jet too. And by doing this, might get a little controversial to a certain extent, but I don't know. We'll see. But apparently, Marvel is facing... Let me fucking... Hold on. This thing's trying to ask me to do... to get a newsletter fucking membership. Leave me alone, goddammit. But did you hear about this, Ganja? That Marvel's facing calls to retire the Punisher character because writers were wearing his logo?
Well, that's always been associated with the far right. As a matter of fact, the character aesthetic has kind of been hijacked by the far right, especially in a lot of like social media stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how they're going to react because a lot of cops like using that symbolism too, even though the creator herself has come out against like the way it's been used and kind of just hijacked for more of its like honestly just comic book symbolism. I think it's going to happen where they might actually just have to cancel the character for a little while.
Yeah, like, do you think, like, in a sense, like, how they canceled Cops and Live PD and show where it's like, no, we'll come back eventually when, like, there's enough reasons to make more money, but, like, for now, we gotta turn it off because whatever. But then again, at the same time, like, why are we not canceling Joker then? Because wasn't there some writers out there dressed up as a Joker trying to be like, yeah, society, bro?
Everyone was living out their cosplay fantasy.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Because you saw that, right, Roxy?
Yep. I was disgusted.
Yeah, Jet called us, by the way. I know Jet wouldn't want to, like, say this on stream because he doesn't want to, like, you know, I guess, like, kiss her own ass. And I appreciate that, Jet. But, yeah, dude. This is actually not the picture that went viral, by the way. I'm just showing, like, a fucking still image because I don't know what to actually look up. But, yeah, dude, there's people out there wearing the Joker mask and Joker get-up, like the whole Walking Phoenix Joker, and just kind of like, hey, look at me, man. Like, I'm just fucking... You know, the society being all crazy, whatever, in the movies, like, it came true. Look at me.
No, all I said was like I wasn't strong enough to deal with the Joker memes again, and I'm still not strong enough. I can't do it.
Yeah, yeah. Like it was really Dark Knight was way worse than the 2019 Joker stuff. Not saying that the movie was worse, just like everyone talking about it and trying to like live vicariously through the Joker was way worse 12 years ago. And I actually really like the Joker movie that came out recently. But man, I'm telling you this much: if 2020 wasn't like a coronavirus-filled fucking thing, I can guarantee you that that Joker writer shit would have been like a huge topic throughout the whole fucking year. Because they couldn't even get off the subject of it. They were keep saying like, "Don't go to movie theaters, you're gonna get shot." They're actually checking people for weapons and stuff. It was pretty fucking ridiculous. But what are your thoughts on this whole Punisher thing, Roxy? Because have you seen this at all? Like people living out like comic book fantasies and shit during moments like this? Oh, I think she's gone. I think she's. Well, by the way, she's cooking, so I think she just got up and was like, "Hey, I gotta go over there because of potatoes and the barbecue."
My man's gonna take forever when it comes to explaining this political bullshit. Let me go check on my food real quick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's really not too much to explain here, I guess. I mean, I just wanted to get her opinion on the whole fucking Joker thing. But like I said, there's not too much to unpack here, guys. You know, like unfortunately, it's just stupid fucking Joker people. I'm gonna read the chat really quick. The chat, you guys are fucking whooping ass over there. Marissa saying, "Talk about Bruce Willis, please." What happened with Bruce Willis?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about good old Brucey.
Yeah, let me see. He said Bruce. I guess he was asked to leave a store for refusing to wear a mask. Who the fuck does he think he is?
He's a fucking maskinator now too. Oh, great.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Look at him. What a fucking loser. Can you imagine being a person who used to be such a huge celebrity and then you go into like a fucking CVS or a Walgreens and someone's like,
"Why does he look like Voldemort right there?"
Dude, why does he look like literally any person you've ever seen go fishing or golfing? Like this fucking dude, like he just let the stereotype take over his fucking body. Here's the thing, dude. I love Bruce Willis. I even watched that movie Hard Kill a few months ago and like was okay with it because I just like Bruce Willis. Like that's how much I fucking dig this dude. But at the same time, it's like, who the fuck do you think you are with your celebrity spark completely running out and just fucking being non-existent? They can just walk into a store. I'm not gonna wear a mask because fuck you. It's like everyone's doing it. Yeah, everyone's fucking doing it. Are you stupid? And by the way, there's a history. Ryan said this in the chat. There's been a history of him having like issues with being rebellious for no fucking reason. Like Kevin Smith couldn't stand working with him. But Ganj, I'm gonna get your opinion on this, man. What do you feel about your boy not wearing a mask and being a little
shit? He hasn't been my boy since the first Die Hard, a good classic Christmas film, by the way. You know, stir up a little drama in the chat for that one. But honestly, I'm not surprised. A lot of those like early '80s, like late '90s action stars, they all kind of have like huge reactionary opinions when it comes to fucking politics. It was kind of bread and butter. Like hell, I think even like in the third Rambo movie, they do a shout out to the Mujahideen, who ends up becoming I think the Taliban later on. So like those movies have always kind of been deep entrenched in like right wing propaganda. That I'm not surprised that the actors believe the shit too.
Yeah, because I'm looking over here too. People, I didn't prepare any of this, so we're just gonna go through the fucking seams over here. There's a guy, Tyler Conway. I don't know who he is, but he says, "I want to thank everyone who worked on the film except for Bruce Willis, who's a fucking dick." From Kevin Smith, 2009. Love that. That's fucking hilarious. John Squire is saying, "Turns out Alan Rickman was a hero and Bruce Willis was a villain. Miss you, Alan. You're a dick, Bruce." All right, let's not go that far over here. Like Alan Rickman was a hero. Why? Because he's dead. Like what the fuck is? What point are you trying to make?
And he was in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So automatically gets hero status. That's how it works.
That's a silly fucking comment. Olivia Messer saying, "Surely the negative press can't have been worth just pulling a bandana over his nose for a minute." Exactly. It's like, dude, what the fuck? That's a simple thing. Like, is it really that hard? You know what I mean? Like, don't even wear a mask. Like, pull your shirt up and just cover your fucking nose for a little bit.
No, they don't let you do that.
Or Instacart it. I guarantee you, like, at a fucking store, because this place was called the Rite Aid. I don't even know what that is. Is that like a store? Or I don't know. What is that?
I think it's like a CVS.
Okay. You know you can do Instacart or DoorDash. Like, DoorDash actually does CVS and Walgreens now. I'm pretty sure there's some type of way to fucking get your snacks and your fucking like Pepto-Bismol from some way if I'm staying at the house. Like, you know, Handsome Good Boy or Good Boy. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. But it's a different name, so thank you for that, dude. He says Bruce doesn't deserve all the hate. You're probably right. He doesn't. It's just silly considering the fact that like this is even an issue because it's like, dude, everyone's doing it. Why are you above everybody else, man? Like it's just so frustrating. Because there's a lot of people that kind of create issues for themselves. I brought this up a lot, and I'm in this wrestling zone because I'm going to be reviewing Impact Wrestling later on. But Nia Jax from WWE, she did this recently too, just talking about like, I'm not going to take a vaccine and I'm not going to do this. And then the girl Shuri from Black Panther did that too. And it's like, dude, like, you guys don't have to come out there and say it, by the way. Like, you can leave the Twitter alone and not touch the fucking thing, and no one will ever know that you're a stupid fucking idiot. But people still want to, like, just, I guess, go the harder route. Because it's not a shortcut not wearing a fucking mask. You're going out there, and, I mean, by the way, too, like, with all this shit happening with the movie making, you know, Tom Cruise freaking out and that getting leaked out, whatever, companies and movie industries or whatever, they're not going to want to, like, hire Bruce Willis because he might be an issue for the making of the movie.
A fucking COVID risk.
Yeah. Well, on top of just being a COVID risk, they are actually canceling the making of movies if people are not, like, doing the shit they're supposed to do with the mask. Like, if you're seen not wearing a mask, they will shut the set down and be like, yo, fucking go home. You want to pay attention, you don't want to be fucking smart and follow the rules, and take your ass out of here.
Man, chance of love was made before they cracked down then. Shit.
Yeah, because Bruce Willis, I'm telling you this much, he's not going to invest money into whatever project he's working on. He's going to want to come on in, he's going to want to barely act, and he's going to want to cash the check and go. And I got to tell you, dude, that's going to be a thing that's not going to work out later on for him. I'm telling you. What you call E-Mike saying, so Diaz, does that mean Bruce Willis is a Trump supporter? No. So I know, like, most Trump supporters are fucking stupid, you know, but it doesn't mean all stupid people are Trump supporters. You know, like, I don't want to equate all that to just political
Trump.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, I mean, like, what do you feel about that? Do you feel Trump is still anti-mask, by the way, or no?
I mean, he still is, but like it's more because Trump's a fucking idiot. But honestly, I think we're too much focused on the Trump stuff that there are people that are anti-maskers, but it has nothing really to do with Trump. It's just their own fucking shenanigans and bullshit they believe.
Yeah.
So like, not every like anti-masker is a Trumper, but if you're anti-masker, there's a good chance you're a Trumper.
Yeah, or you're stupid enough to become one. JJ Panda in the chat, Bat Boy, Yasuo Fan, what is up? E1-181 lit. Bruce Willis is a risk. Yes, he fucking is. And you know, Madman Mars, Gary, he says Die Hard was why Bruce's star, and I guess Ganja said that earlier in the sense of like that's what you remember him by. But he's done other shit. It just kind of sucks that like you know, like I feel like the problems with Bruce Willis and his whole feud with fucking Kevin Smith are more entertaining than the movies now.
I mean, he was in that Shyamalan Ding Dong movie.
Which one was that? Oh,
not Signs. The one with the dead kids.
Glass and the other one, Unbreakable.
No, I kind of
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. Yeah, thanks, babe.
Oh yeah, he did that. Yeah, I see white people. I see dumb fucks. Captain Wet Blanket says, "Damn, sorry to hear about the mask situation." Oh yeah, to JJ Panda, I forgot what he said up here. Oh yeah, he says that he wishes his workplace was stricter with masks. I'm basically the only one wearing one. Yeah, now, that sucks, JJ. And JJ just went through something about this stuff recently, and yeah, it fucking sucks that you had to go through that because of other people being fucking stupid. So hopefully it doesn't happen again, dude. Make sure to be careful out there, man. Gene's saying Bruce was a star already because of Moonlighting, but Die Hard made him a movie star. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Right, he's like Ric Flair with no balls. That's even too much of a compliment right there. But Roxy, what are you feeling about this as far as the Bruce Willis thing? I know you're gone for a minute and you probably need some more context, but your boy Bruce Willis is over here not wearing a mask and getting kicked out. Yeah, what do you think?
Said he was my boy.
Me, because I'm an asshole.
I will say this: I had an ex whose dad looked like that, like literally just like Bruce Willis.
A lot
Just
of
slap on
old
some
white men
glasses.
kind of look like Bruce Willis when they get bald.
But he took that compliment very well, actually.
Wait.
But in terms, what?
No, I was gonna say like who took the compliment about it? Because that sounds like an insult to me. But
No, he took it as a compliment. There was a dude I was dating at the time whose dad looked like Bruce Willis, but with glasses on, and he worked at a furniture store. I told him that, and he took the compliment and he ran with it.
Damn, you dated someone else even when you knew you were gonna be with me. Damn.
That's pretty fucked up. Yeah, I can't believe you done did that. Like, what kind of person?
Oh, bullshit, Nick.
What?
Why you lying? But anyways,
go ahead.
Getting back to the Bruce Willis thing. So, from my understanding, he got kicked out of a store because he didn't want to wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It don't kill you. Just put on a fucking mask. Just, I get it. Everyone's tired of wearing a mask, at least most of us. I mean, I kind of like it because I can hide my facial expression.
Yeah, if you're like really in a shit
I don't
mood.
like people looking at me. That's how I feel, honestly. I don't like people looking at me. And at least with a mask on, you can hide your shit. People don't stare at you. You don't really have to worry about makeup that much. Just fill in your eyebrows and you're good.
Seriously.
But I understand, like, people are tired, people are frustrated, you don't want to wear the mask, sometimes you forget it. I understand that. But at the end of the day, it's only going to get better if all of us literally do our fucking part and stop being so fucking selfish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Preach, goddammit. No, it's just like, yeah, it's such a thing where it's like, I feel like maybe we've said this like a million fucking times, and I think many people said this a million times, and almost like stupid to say it, but at the same time, it's like, I guess it's not stupid because people still don't fucking understand. It's like, I don't really understand how this is still an issue literally a year into this virus being a thing, because we're about to get into February soon, which, by the way, will be the 1 year anniversary the last time we saw each other, so that's pretty sad, right? But
Happy birthday!
but yeah, dude, I don't know. It's fucked up. But the other thing I wanted your opinion on, and I forgot what were we talking about beforehand when she left?
We were talking about the Punisher logo.
Yeah. So this whole fucking thing with the Punisher logo. What are you feeling about the idea of or not even what you're feeling? Have you noticed anybody back when you were in where you live at your hometown? I want to say that on the air, but when you were back home. Did you notice anybody during the riots and all that crazy shit wearing like Punisher logos or Joker stuff or whatever? Did you notice anything?
Oh,
like that?
hell yeah. They took advantage of that shit.
Now, do you think it was to hide their identity why they did like illegal shit, or do you feel like no, they're just living out fantasies?
The town was small enough to where, and Ganja saw this with me. So I wasn't too far from where the riots occurred, and to specify, it's Jacob Blake riots. It was to the point where literally like the National Guard and the cops are out. Someone threw like a soda can or a bottle at one of the dudes on the truck, and he literally called the dude out by his name.
That was great.
Damn, so wait,
and
is
he
this
was
like a
like,
purge thing? He's like doing this on purpose, like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit, whatever, just so I can get revenge on the person because normally I get the cops called on me, but I'm gonna take advantage of all this craziness.
He called him out by his name. Like, I'm not gonna say his name, obviously. You can find the video for yourself. But it was like, hey, Jacob, I see you. Put down the bottle. And then from a distance, you just hear this dude, fuck you, pig.
Damn. He's like, I'll see you tomorrow.
There is no hiding because everybody knows everybody in that town.
Okay.
So there really was no way of hiding it unless you're more of a shut-in or spend most of your time at work like how I was.
Yeah, but no, dude, that's fucking, that's crazy that the place is actually that small they know people by name. Because at the same time, I would say, that'd be my chance to fuck somebody up. But then at the same time, if everyone knows each other, I'm totally going to get in trouble and they're going to see me.
It's a weird enigma. Like, it's a small town vibe, but in terms of numbers, we're not a small town, but they still want to hold on to the small town mentality, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Because I think in the whole state, I think we're like the third or fourth biggest like city in the whole state. So
yeah,
it's weird.
That's what fan. My dad's hometown was that size. Yeah, if anybody else lives in small towns, like, where are some situations that you guys have noticed during like crazy social disruptness shit going on? Because I am curious. I live in a big place, and like I don't really notice any of that crazy shit happening because it's so far away from me. So I mean that's nice, I guess. Like if you live in a place that's not really like cool, they don't want to fuck with your spot. But then again, like where Roxy was. Yeah, the whole place is like that, the whole city or whatever the fuck, the whole town. So everything's just a mess. And everyone's like, oh, fuck it. If it has a structure, let's burn it down. Let's bring it down to the fucking ground. So it's kind of crazy. Matt Hunterman says, I just watched Idiocracy, and there was a scene where people were getting ready to storm the White House. Dude, okay, really quick. I watched Pat McAfee's show. It's a podcast. He used to be a football player, and he has his own fucking thing. But he did this huge analysis video about The Simpsons and how much shit that they, like, called like ahead of time. Right, dude. Like, is it not fucking scary? Like, do you think that dude from Simpsons is like a time traveler or some shit?
Honestly, I'm not surprised. Futurama and The Simpsons have like a lot of smart writers on it. I think Futurama is notoriously known for having like most of the writing staff for like people that had held physician degrees and like different type of like high level degrees, and like you get like at specialty colleges and shit.
Yeah, because I literally, guys, I'm trying to find an article that has all this shit listed because you have to see this shit.
I think what it is Simpsons has been around so long that like certain things are repeated itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
like Donald Trump was an asshole in the '80s, so of course they made fun of Donald Trump back then.
Yeah.
But no one knew who was going to be president. They just assumed like, oh well, what's the worst idea for a president? Donald Trump.
Yeah, like over here, this is one example. Welcome to the Ian Springfield episode. It says from the purchase of 20th century Fox by Disney to the creation of smartwatches, the show has been eerily accurate dozens of times. Okay, this is just an overall fucking encompassing. But over here, Emmy Award-winning 1995 episode Lisa's Wedding. We fast forward 15 years to Lisa's engaged to an Englishman named Hugh St. John. This is way too fucking long. Never mind. This is not even fun. Like, they're getting like, so in 1995. It's like, god damn, dude, that's a lot of.
1492 Columbus Cell de Ocean Blue.
Yeah.
And fuck that guy.
By the way, I like how you went so crazy with those like little descriptions there, guys, and then the article literally ends like 3 scrolls down. It's like, how are you gonna lose your mind talking about this one fucking thing and then not like, I don't know. This is stupid. Anyways, there's that's wearethemighty.com for you, and no wonder why no one fucking knows what that site is. But anyways, handsome good boy. He says, "Why are y'all acting so surprised about Capitol Storm? They did it back in 2018." I don't think it's on the same level though, man. But then again, I mean, because there's lots of people. I actually have this guy on my Facebook who is very alt-right, and he was like, "Here's a picture of the Capitol like in 2019 during the BLM stuff," and yet doesn't bring up the fact that like it wasn't the BLM protesters. It was like, the other fucking people like cops that are dressed in street clothes, etc., starting fires and whatnot. But like, yeah, have you guys seen anything like around that on your Facebook, or have you blocked all those people like outside of your fucking timeline?
I follow a couple of writers just to keep up with their shenanigans and their craziness. But honestly, the biggest thing that I want to point out is like this: the Capitol has been stormed multiple times. Matter of fact, a Puerto Rican nationalist group actually broke into the Capitol and shot a couple congressmen in the 70s. So it's always like happened a couple times. It's just this is the first time like angry white people with like trucker hats have done it.
Daniel Ramsey saying, "I think people are just using the episodes as a guidebook to try and cause shit to happen." Yeah, that's actually another. I don't know why I didn't think of that myself. He says some of the stuff that did occur and weren't man-made events did happen. Yeah, Bad Boy saying, "I don't use Facebook or Twitter. I only use Discord." That's surprising. You guys stay up with the news, and unfortunately, I think, like, dude, for me, the most news I get is literally from like social media, because I can't trust the news like channels anymore. Like, Rox, I'm gonna ask you, where do you get your news from?
Well, I actually go out and look for it. So I tend to read up like on my local newspapers, local news outlets, some different social media websites, just to kind of get a vibe for what's going on, and then I try to fact check everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I actively seek it out.
The way you said it at first, though, it sounded like you were talking about you're like Nightcrawler, like Jake Gyllenhaal's character, just in a fucking van chasing down shit. Like, oh, let me put the body over here and writing down all this information. But
you just see me in a Pokemon onesie, just running down the street, right behind like a news van and shit.
Fucking stupid.
Give me the news. I need it. Give it to me.
No, man. I wish I could. Like, I don't know how to even fact check now because like everything's so opinionated. But Jed, I don't know if you're there, but like, where do you go for news? Like, I mean, is it Tumblr? I feel like it might be Tumblr, but at the same time, they're so fucking crazy over there and always trying to be funny and shit.
Most of the time, either you guys, YouTube, or I take Facebook articles with a grain of salt. So I try to not get too much from there. But yeah, it's usually YouTube or you guys.
Okay. Now you guys as in us?
Or if I walk upstairs and basically like MSNBC or CNN's upstairs.
Yeah. I don't know much about MSNBC. I don't even know if they're like leaning towards like left or right or whatever. But yeah, dude, it's like sometimes like I like CNN. I think that I trust them more than obviously trust them a lot more than Fox. But then sometimes I can tell they're just fucking mad about something and they're just talking shit. And it's like, this is not even news. This is just like, yeah, Trump sucks. It's like, cool, but like, what's happening in the world?
Yeah, CNN does that a lot too.
Yeah, which I get it. Like, I'm on their side with that. It's like, yeah, I fucking hate Trump, but like, you are a news site. This is not a blog, dude. Like, what the fuck? Ryan saying I keep up on CTV or CBC for the news. I was hoping you're gonna say you keep up with BBC. That would have been fucking hilarious, Ryan. But
I fuck with the Humanist Report. He's one of my favorite things I actually watch for news sources.
Wait, who is he?
He's like a local YouTube guy. He does a lot of progressive and left wing news. I watch TYT sometimes, but man, TRT be on some bullshit.
Yeah, what you call it? Daniel Ramsey saying unbiased news sources is about the best Google search you can do. I know, and then you watch like Fox be like, hey, here's a Corey's calling me. I'll be right back. You guys talk with the chat, and I'll return in a minute.
What was like the first time you guys ever sat down and like watched a news story? Because I remember like the first time I ever like sat down and like really got into the news was when they were doing the bombing of Libya in like 2012, I think. And I knew that was going to be some kind of fucking bullshit that was going to happen. But I just remember watching it, just like being so fascinated how quick that just escalated to us just getting involved in a small scale war.
I don't think I've ever been super invested and like sat down and just watched the news for literally anything. It's basically just been like, okay, check up on it really quick and then just leave.
What about you, babe?
That's why I started laughing, because mine would wake me up at like 5 a.m. You'd hear the tune of Despierta America. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. You'd hear the little do-do-do-do-do-do, the little flute music going off at 5 a.m. And that would be the first thing I would watch while getting ready for school. Every single morning I watched the news.
Yeah, well, you had to do something though. It's like you had to know at least some of what's going on in the fucking world. I can't wait till Fox News.
Handsome Boy actually brings up a good question. What kind of person from the right do you guys listen to or pay attention to?
Ooh, Alex Jones easily. No, I'm just playing.
No, legit. I still watch Alex's clips if he pops up once in a while just to see him lose his shit.
Just so
I'm
you know.
talking about legit to hear like the new this political opinion from this little political group's kind of shit.
Yeah, Sketchy Twin, what's up? Evening to you too. What you call it? Marissa, my abuelita. Watch that.
Abuelita.
Abuelita. What is abuelita?
Grandma.
You could have just said grandma, Marissa. What are you trying to do? Fucking like show that you know Spanish or whatever you.
He's trying to flex.
I know, trying to flex that fucking language. No, but I'm gonna start saying it though. Abuelita. Is there like some other words that are very easy in English that are just crazy as fuck in Spanish? Like I'm trying to think. There has like turd. I like this turd. Apparently it's solote. So like oh man, I'm walking and stepped on the solote. It's like sounds like a food but shit.
There's a lot of different slang for like poop. There's like caca. There's mojon.
Mojon. Oh, I haven't heard that. Locuro says, "Donde está la biblioteca?" I don't know what that
¿Dónde
is.
está la biblioteca? Really?
Yeah. I'm surprised you said it exactly the way I said it. But what's biblioteca?
Biblioteca is library.
Ah, shit. That sounds like it sounds like it would be library.
Wait, Adam Sandler's a Republican?
Wait, what?
Oh, seriously? That sucks. Yeah, that really.
That's your friend.
Yeah, it is my fucking friend. That really sucks. I actually really like Adam Sandler a lot, man. Boo.
That's
Boo.
not gonna make me come.
I'm not surprised. He's an 80s and a lot of these motherfuckers are right wing. My favorite guy that came out to be right wing was Dave Attell, I think was his name.
Yeah.
Or no, the other guy that does the Man Show that Joe Rogan always has on.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking blank on his name right now, but like he does like all the like the dad jokes now and shit. I know Joe Rogan's getting fucking old when he was like, you know who's like the comedian that's really hitting it right now? Norm Macdonald, bro.
Yes.
Like this shit is revolutionary. He's just making jokes from like 2004, Joe. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love Norm Macdonald. Really quick.
I like Norm Macdonald too, but let's not like pretend like he's like changing the comedy scene and shit.
That's true. No, he's just getting away with it because he has the balls. He's like, I don't care. You think my ugly ass face is gonna get popular in the movie? Like, I know my fans.
He's like Doug Stanhope. They try to cancel Doug Stanhope. I just laugh because good luck. His whole career is based on around being canceled. Like fucking what's the Andy dude that's always giving people cocaine without their permission?
Oh, Andy Dick?
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Yeah, Backstabber85 says, Dora the Explorer helped me with Spanish until grade 10. Yeah, I wish I would have learned something from that fucking show. I just learned how to, like, change the channels while watching that because, my God, it was fucking terrible. Captain Laser says, I used to watch TYT, and I agree with them, but to me, they had the same problem as Fox News. They have a headline that's like, it's all over for Trump. Trump's finished. He's going to jail. And then you click on the video, and he's like, Trump didn't film a Form 31B on his driver's license. He's done. It's like, Trump breaks the law all the time, and he doesn't care. Yeah, dude, I don't know what TYT is, but yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up though because like I said, I don't know shit about fucking all these news sites and everything. But yeah, screw Andy Dick. He's responsible for Phil Hartman's death. Is he? Do you know anything about this ganja?
Yeah, he got his. All right, so his girlfriend, Phil Hartman's girlfriend, had kicked cocaine because she had developed a really bad cocaine habit that she was spending a lot of their money. So he ended up getting back on it. And Andy Dick, as a joke, kind of like, I don't know what the story is, but essentially he either bribed her, forced her, or just talked her into doing cocaine again. And that led her back into the downward spiral that ended up making her take the life of what you call it, Phil Hartman.
Yeah, that fucking sucks, man. It's funny. We were just watching Jingle All the Way a while back because I had to watch it for the clips, record and everything. And seeing Phil Hartman just being such a great fucking villain on that, and it was just like he's funny as shit. And then to just kind of remember, like, oh yeah, he's dead. It just puts a fucking downer on me big time, dude.
That's something I can't picture John Lovitz beating up somebody because every time I see John Lovitz in a movie, I always think he's like a pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I have no real fucking evidence, and this is all allegations. He just has a pedophile face to me.
I actually know what you're talking about though, because I felt the same way about John C. Reilly, and everyone was like, "That's fucked up to say that." I'm like,
I agree with you. He got that smile that like, I'm checking your hard drive.
Yeah, dude. No, I completely agree with you there. But here's the thing, though, folks. As you guys can hear a little bit of music there, Corey has actually started the show, so you guys can enjoy that. For me, though, personally, I'm going to do this thing where I just talk up a fucking storm for this review because I'm going to be talking about Batman Soul of the Dragon. So if you guys are curious about that, you can stay, and then I'll be ending off pretty soon. Or you can go and watch Double Toasted as they talk about how to get a hold of them and all that shit for like 20 minutes. I'm sorry, but Corey, you did that a lot, dude. Like, goddamn. Like, okay, cool, man, that you want to come. And if you want to come here, but you can. But, you know, when coronavirus is over, you can sit down. It's like, damn, dude, they understand, bro. But anyways, apparently I had that on my fucking, on my mind a lot lately. But moving on. Batman Soul of the Dragon. I'm not a huge follower of Batman comics or DC comics in general. I like the universe, the video games, and even some of the characters. But, like, for me, I can't keep following this shit. I'm tired of Batman, and that's an understatement. I think most of us are probably tired of Batman. Before I even continue on, Ganja, when was the last time you actually gave a shit about Batman?
Fuck, last time I gave a shit about Batman was when I was watching Batman Forever or Roxy because I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, too, like, let's talk about that for a second. So, to reiterate what you guys said earlier, Roxy, what Batman thing were you guys watching today?
Batman the Animated Series off of HBO Max.
Mm-hmm. What'd you feel about, like, does it age well, or are you just kind of like, it's in the background, who gives a fuck?
Well, I had it on for the background to make work easier, but I don't know how you feel about it, babe, but for me, it still holds up. There's, like, a couple parts that you kind of wish still held on, like the white picket fence of how they used to depict, like, the suburbs and shit. Mm-hmm. There's a very good likelihood we're not going to have that in our further adult lives.
Yeah.
So that part kind of sucks to look at, but for the most part, it's pretty interesting seeing, like, how deep they went. I understand this was, like, TV PG. It was more like a family type of show, but technically more geared towards, like, an older audience, but kids could still sit down and enjoy it. Mm-hmm. I admire the fact that they touched on some hard lessons. Like, in one of the earlier episodes, they touched on a mob boss who made a bunch of, like, drugs back in the day when he was younger, and now he's worried that he's getting older. He's going to be replaced by some younger, more up-and-coming drug dealers and shit. Meanwhile, not knowing that his son fell victim to drug abuse and drug addiction by his own creation.
God damn. That's kind of fucking insane.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's
that's like some fucking, like, actual storytelling. Something you don't see very often in Batman stuff. And yeah, well, like, that's funny that you guys actually watched that. And I wish I would have told you guys I was watching this. But yeah, we talked about this trailer a couple months ago, and I thought it was going to be pretty cool, especially because Michael J. White was in this. I thought it was interesting that they're going to touch a little bit more on the Asian culture. Because, you know, I was still worried about that too, because Batman Ninja came out, I think, in like 2017 or 2016. We watched that as a group, and we fucking hated the shit out of that movie. Batman Ninja is basically Batman as an anime, and it's cool that they try to do something like that. But you can even ask Jet here too. Like, Jet, do you remember how much you fucking hated that goddamn thing? And do you feel like you still would hate it if you watched it again today?
Probably.
Yeah, I would imagine so too. Because that, like I said, that shit's fucking awful. But this is nowhere near as bad as Batman Ninja was. It's actually pretty cool. So yeah, dude, for me, I'm looking at this, and right away when you start this off, it's definitely different from any other Batman thing we've seen. We don't see Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, until 10 minutes into the movie, and instead we are hanging out with this character named Richard Dragon. And Richard Dragon, in my opinion, I think he looks like Bruce Lee, and I don't know if that's a racial insensitivity on my fucking end, but the way he talks, the way he dresses, the way he looks, his hair, even the way he fights, like he does like the whole like dragon fist shit on people like all the fucking time. It is definitely at least somewhat of a homage to Bruce Lee. Actually, somebody in the chat brought that up earlier too. I forgot who it was, but someone's like, yeah, Batman featuring Bruce Lee in the cast of Enter the Dragon. But I mean, it's not like the worst concept that you can come up with. I think it's kind of cool that they decided to do this. I mean, it even feels like an episode of Archer. You know, like very disco-y type of thing. It's kind of like a 007 type situation here. But this character, Richard Dragon, is apparently the guy who trained Bruce Wayne way back in the day before he became Batman. So yeah, the typical happens. Bruce Wayne basically, because Richard Dragon needs his help to fend off these monsters coming out of a gate. And actually, here's a gate right here. Now that I'm actually bringing it up, it's funny that they just came up. But no, Richard Dragon needs Bruce Wayne's help to fucking like control all that, and Bruce Wayne does the typical stuff of like, no, that's in my past. I don't do that anymore. I'm not Batman anymore. Blah blah blah. I've moved on. And the cool thing about this is right away, instead of having that be the entire storyline where he tries to win him over, he literally just says, or Richard Dragon literally just says, yeah, let me see your surveillance shit. And he opens up this door, and you could tell Bruce Wayne has been lying this entire time. He's still spying on people, and Richard Dragon actually, talks shit to him about it. He shames him. And he shames him into being Batman again, and it literally lasts like 3 minutes. And it was like, holy shit, like, you didn't do that thing that every Batman thing does where we just build up this stupid shit where we know where it's going. You just changed it right away, and I fucking love that. It was like paced for the viewer for once, and that never happens with this stuff. But yeah, dude, going on to the rest of this, I don't want to spoil too much, but there is quite a few deaths in the movie. There's even a good guy death and a bad guy death. And the deaths lead to this character named the Great Naga. That's his name. I've never heard of him before. I've never watched his stuff or read his stuff in comics or anything. But apparently this character. Oh, and thank you, Blue Marvel, for the follow. I really appreciate it, dude. Or a girl. But no, like this character, the Great Naga, he's in this movie a very, very small amount of time. He gets pretty much no airtime whatsoever. But it's funny considering that he's in here for like maybe 10 minutes and does so much action, so much crazy shit, really good dialogue. And I'm like, wow, you actually made such an impact on this movie. Meanwhile, I watched Wonder Woman 1984 or some other shit, and these characters have the entire movie airtime or fucking screen time, and like they don't do nothing. Like this is like the way this fucking show or movie, anime movie, the way they do the villains here, I think, is what the main movies, live action movie, should do. Because how do you have so much fucking small amount of screen time and yet you mean so much to the movie? Well, all these live action ones, it just never matters. Everyone always hates the fucking villains. That's a big thing that this has over that. And I don't know if that's the thing that happens a lot in animated DC movies, but here it shines through fucking so much. But yeah, dude, there's not much else to say. For me, I give this a 4 out of 5 just because, yeah, I do like, the comedy that this character adds. This is actually voiced by Michael J. White. Forgot his name, but yeah, he's funny as shit, and the person that he's with, Shiva, this is a female character, there's never like a thing of like they treat her like a girl or anything, or like, I'm gonna, show the men that I fucking mean something, blah, blah, blah. It's nothing like that. She's just a fucking awesome character who happens to be a girl. And they work together. I like how they treat the community well, whatever. They have this one guy who trains them, this older Asian guy named Senpai, or Senpai, I don't know how the fuck to say it. But, he has such a effect on the storyline as well, and he's barely in the movie too. So it's like, yeah, within an hour and 20 minutes, this has so much character development, so many characters. And I think, I don't know, like for me, I had a fucking super good time with this. The only issue that I do have with this that doesn't make it a 5 out of 5 is just the fact that this movie is all within its own storyline. It's not like kind of like feeding off of any other incarnations of Batman or canonical fucking things that they've done in the past. And because of that, I feel like this movie is kind of pointless because you can go into this never watching Batman ever, and yet this has all the context you're ever going to fucking need. So that was kind of annoying to me. And, the ending ends off kind of like how the first live-action Mortal Kombat movie does. So you're like, oh, shit, here we go. Like, this new villain's coming out, and all this shit's going to happen, and I can't fucking wait. But, like, they're not going to build this with a bunch of different movies. It's just like the next direct sequel from this, but it's not a huge universe. Like, they kind of put it out there right away that this is literally like a slice of life type of fucking canon for Batman. So to be honest, like I would recommend this. Like I said, it's 4 out of 5 for me. But at the same time, like only watch it if you want to see Batman whip some ass and have some new characters. But this has no bearing on any Batman canon at all, and that's kind of silly. Like I don't really understand why they would make a movie like this and not connect it with all the other Batmans. It's kind of weird. But yeah, 4 out of 5. I know that was a long fucking review. I apologize. But look, I'm here in the chat. Daniel Ramsey saying Shiva's a long-time comic book character. I didn't know about that at all, man. Bad Boy saying the black guy is so Bruce Lee's a black coaster from Enter the Dragon. I've never seen Enter the Dragon, so yeah. Ganja, have you ever seen Enter the Dragon? Like, are you a Bruce Lee fan at all, or?
Nah, I never got to see any of the old Bruce Lee films. I only seen it like occasionally when I walk by my dad, like watch TV and shit.
Yeah, no, I never watched those. Like just like with like the spaghetti westerns and all that shit. Like anything that was like really old school like that my dad would like. I didn't watch any of those because I don't know, it just wasn't my fucking thing. But yeah, once again, guys, 4 out of 5 for me for this fucking Batman movie. And I really, honestly, if you guys are still in the mood, Ganja, Roxy, you guys should definitely watch this too. I think you guys will have a great time with this. But moving on, we're going to get the fuck out of here because Corey's already started. I got to do some Dropbox stuff. And I will be back in about 45 minutes to do Impact Wrestling review. So come back, hang out with me. We'll talk about some fucking wrestling. It'll be super, super fun. But, Ganja, I know you're eating. Why don't you tell him, though, with a mouthful of whatever the fuck you're eating, about the Metropolis Collective?
This is this bomb ass beef that my girl cooked up me. I appreciate it. Potato coming later, and I got some veggies also to clean my colon out. But besides what I'm munching on, and actually has a point to what I'm munching on, check out the Metropolis Collective, where I do a little show with the great Birdman Checkzine, and of course, Ruthless, the steak wonder. That's the man who delivered my meat from straight out of Kansas, so that's why I'm doing this fine dinner. So, if you want to check out the man himself who delivered this fine meat to my house, go check out the Illuminati podcast. We talk about politics, cultural stuff, and all kinds of crazy shenanigans going on in the world. That is Illuminati podcast on the Metropolis Collective. We also got a couple other shows. You got that new podcast. They talk about Korean pop and all kinds of that kind of stuff. You got the sports podcast with Cedric Farrell Williams. He's a good little shoe dude. And I think that's about it from the top of my head. Oh, yes. You know the shows too, but I don't remember their names.
Well, you guys enjoy all of that if you can even slightly understand what the fuck. It's like, the shows, they got names. You got the
I'm staring at the sandwich. I want to put it back in my mouth.
The the poo-poo, the caca, the pee-pee, the poo-poo. You sound like that one lady who was trying to say Nana in Family Feud. Steve Harvey's just like... I would rate somebody, but here's the thing, though, guys. I'm not going to rate anybody because I'm going to need y'all to be right there when I come back for Impact Wrestling tonight. So, I'll see y'all in just a few minutes, I think.
Chat.
Goodbye.